Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do my week number 5, 6, and 7 of 2022. Sorry it's a little late. It's been very busy. Also, I haven't really been feeling all that well. Like I got the first week 5 on that Sunday. I got my booster and flu shot, and then I was out for like a week, just not feeling good, with a headache every day, and didn't really read. Um, but yes, this is mostly my February week 1 through 3, and I've read 13 books in that time. I'm just gonna go in order of the ones I've read. Usually I do my like Kindle ones first, but I'm just going to go in order. So, the first one I read was The Best of Us by Kennedy Fox. This is book 2 in the Love in Isolation series. This follows Kendall and Ryan, and they go to a cabin. Kendall is best friends with, what's her name? Is it Kennedy? Oh, Carmen, and best friends with Carmen from The Two of Us, the first book, and Ryan is Carmen's brother, and Ryan is Eli's best friend and Carmen's brother. And they go to the cabin to set it up for Eli and Carmen's wedding honeymoon. And then there is a really bad blizzard. Ryan is a doctor, and Kendall, I don't know, I don't remember if she has a job. I don't think she really does, but she volunteers at like the shelter, um, and it's their story. They both have had crushes on each other, but nothing really ever comes to it. And I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and yes. And then I read The Royals Next Door by Karina Halle, or however you want to say that. I give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is the first book by this author. This was book number 8 that I have bought and read in 2022. This was audiobook number 16, and I borrowed the audio from my library, so it's number 2 of my overdrive. And for my TBR game, it was still a book. I should also mention that this one was for Romance Reveal book number 4 that I've read this year, and Kindle book number 24, because I also had the Kindle book. But this follows Piper, who is a kindergarten. I'm pretty sure she's a kindergarten, and then teacher, and then she has a romance podcast that's anonymous. And her next door neighbors, or she lives in like a guest house with her mom. And the main house is empty, and she hears that the Royals are looking at it, and on her way home she actually runs into a bodyguard, and Harrison, and it's their story. I really enjoyed it. As I said, I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and am excited to read more books by her. And then I read the prequel of A Gorgeous Villain by Saffron A. Kent, and that is The Wild Mustang and the Dancing Fairy. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This follows Callie and Reed. This is book 1.5 in the St. Mary's Rebels, but you can read them as standalones. This was Kindle book number 25 because it was free. Bought in 2022, number 9. New to Me author number 10, and Belle Book Box number 1 because it's from Belle Book Box. Look at how gorgeous this is. I'm super excited to continue on with it. But this follows Kelly, who is the youngest of 5 siblings. She has four. She has 4 older brothers. Her oldest brother has been taking care of his siblings. He's also the soccer coach, and then one of her brothers is on the soccer team, and this also follows Reed, who is also on the soccer team, but her brother and him hate each other, and it's their story. I really enjoy it, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. Then I read The Betrothed by Kiera. This I gave 3 stars. It's book 1 in the Betrothed series. I listened to this on audio from my library. So number 3 of that, audiobook number 17, Belle Book Box number 2 because it was from Belle Book Box. And this follows Hollis, and yeah, it was okay. I probably am not going to continue on with the series, so there's that, but I did read it. Okay, and then I read The Last Will and Testament by Dahlia Adler. Why can I ever say that? I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This was my first book by this author, and number 18 for audio. I did get the audiobook from NetGala, and Kindle book number 16 because I've had this for a while, and ARC number 2 because, as I said, I did get an ARC, and this was book number 1 in the Radley University series. But this follows Lizzie, who is in college, and then she gets a phone call that her parents are died, and she has to take care of her 2 younger sisters, and she, one of her TAs, Connor, helps her through that, and I really liked it. As I said, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. And then I reread Complicate Me by M. Robertson. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is book 1 in the Good Old Boys series. This follows Alex and Lucas. This is a Friends to Lovers book. Audiobook number 16, Kindle book number 27, and reread number 2. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of angsty stuff because they won't admit they like each other, so they both date other people, and but I did like it. As I said, I did reread this. I've read this a while ago, but yes. Then I read The End of Us by Kennedy Fox. This is book 3 in the Love in Isolation series. This follows Piper and Tristan. Piper is a YouTuber, and as a YouTuber, she has a stalker, and her parents hire Tristan as a bodyguard, and they go to Tristan's house, guest house, beach house, that his family owns, and they hide away in that from the stalker. And this was Kindle book number 28, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed seeing her life because, like, he wouldn't let her have internet and all of that stuff, just because he didn't know what the stalker had access to. So like it was interesting to see how she does that. And I really enjoyed it. Really good. And then I read The Damage by Tijan. This is book 2 in the Insider series. This does have a cliffhanger, so just be aware. And this follows Bailey and Cash. This picks up right where the Insiders finishes. And I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This was audiobook number 20, arc number 3, and bought in 2022, number 10. And I really enjoyed it. As I said, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I don't want to tell you too much because it's the second one, but this follows Bailey, who finds out that her dad is Peter, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure his name is Peter. But yeah, I'm pretty sure his name is Peter, and he is like a very well-known tech person, and she was kidnapped by her stepmom, and it's 3 weeks later, and it's her going to school and all of that. But really good, 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read Herd Pass by Sara. This is book 1 in the Trophy Boyfriends series. This follows Miranda and Noah. Sorry. And my A to Z challenge number 3, audiobook number 21, Kindle book number 29, Chirp, audiobook number 1. And but it follows Miranda and Noah. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Um, but I really enjoyed it. Miranda is selling some of her grandfather's baseball cards, and Noah wants to purchase them, but he's very shy, so he sends one of his friends to go and pick them up, and Miranda thinks he's a bit of a jerk, so she doesn't want to sell her other cards to him, but then they meet at a bar, and it's that. I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read Herdfall, which is the second book in that series. And for my TBR game, it was Chirped. This follows Hollis and Trace, or Buzz, who is the friend that Noah had to meet Miranda for the baseball cards. It's their story. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Audiobook number 22, Kindle book number 30, and Chirped number 2. Really enjoyed it. Yeah. And then I read Hard Love, which is book number 3 in this Trophy Boyfriend series. This follows Chandler and Trip. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. So audiobook number 23, Kindle book number 31, and Chirped number 3. But it's a sports romance with football. And Chandler is like I forget, like, uh, I thought she was like, the like daughter or granddaughter of like the franchiser of the football team, but I could be wrong. But still, 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read The Heart of Us by Kennedy Fox. This is the 4th book in the Love Isolation series. This came out on the 15th of February. Um, this follows Tatum and Easton. Easton is Tristan's brother, and Tatum is like works with him. He owns a surf shop, and Tatum works there, and they live um, above the shop. Uh, in there's like 2 apartments, and they both live there. Tatum is running away from an abusive husband, and the surf shop gets burned down, and they go to excuse me, sorry. They go to the beach house and stay there. Um, Tatum, this is a reverse age gap. So Tatum is older and Easton is younger, which I hardly ever read that, so it was nice reading this. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it, and it was Kindle book number 32, and bought in 2022 number 11. So, and then lastly, I've read Hard Luck by Sara, which is the 4th. I think it's the final book in the Trophy Boyfriend series. It's the final one that's out. This follows True, who is why doesn't it want to stay? Sorry. This follows True, who is Trip's sister, and Mateo, who it also plays with Trip on the football team. That they hook up at one of their weddings, one of True's brother's weddings, and she actually ends up pregnant, and it's their story. 4 out of 5 stars. Kindle book number 33, audiobook number 24, and church book number 4. I haven't wrote those down, so I have to do a little bit of math. But yes, really enjoyed it. And those are all of the 13 books I read in the last 3 weeks. And sorry it's all in one video. I will try really hard to get back on schedule. So yes, as I said, I'll post this today. And then hopefully next week I'll post another one, my weekly one for this week. And we could move on. But comment down below if you've read any of these. And what did you think of them? And I'll see everyone later. Bye.